I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
but now we are ready and hopefully it will be.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, me. Sorry for the technical problems. And I am Gözde Demir Ertuğrul, and I am a PhD candidate, and I am also a psychological counselor for the Ministry of National Education in Turkey. And this study was conducted in a collaboration with my advisor, Serkan Arıkan, from the Boğaziçi University, Turkey. And honestly, I am very pleased to present our research in the International PIAAC Research Conference. And today, I will try to explain briefly this study based on this outline. And let's look at the background of the study. As you know, modern life is increasingly changing, dynamic and complex, and requiring individuals to constantly adapt to new challenges. And because of this reason, adaptive problem-solving skills are essential for the professional context, and social-emotional skills also play an important role for the adaptive problem solving. And in line with the PIAAC Cycles 2, social-emotional skills were operationalized using the big 5 domains, you know, and in the second cycle of PIAAC, new assessments were introduced, and adaptive problem solving and social-emotional skills. And I want to briefly explain the adaptive problem solving again. According to Greiff, adaptive problem solving is individuals' ability to define problems, collect relevant information, and apply effective solution in changing contexts, and it combines both cognitive and metacognitive strategies. And I want to briefly talk about the significance of the study. Scholars indicate that the individual level factors like social-emotional skills and country-level factors like Human Development Index and ICT Development Index and government expenditure on education could be related to APS. However, there is no study investigating differential factors between APS and related factors cross-culturally, comparing gender groups and education levels. And I want to say that the Turkey is not included in the second cycle of PIAAC, but we want to investigate the cross-culturally from the PIAAC data. And this is our research question. To what extent do individual and country-level indicators predict APS, and how do these relationships vary cross-culturally across educational levels and in the context of gender differences in the second cycle of PIAAC? And we can jump in the method section. Before starting the method section, I want to identify our variables. Our dependent variable is adaptive problem solving, represented in the PIAAC dataset by the plausible variables. And our independent variables are individual level predictors and country level predictors. And individual level predictors is subdimensions of SES, and country level predictors, Human Development Index, ICT Development Index, and government expenditure on education. And also, I want to present sources of country-level indicators. Where are these coming from? For country-level indicators, we used most recent and reliable international database. Human Development Index is coming from United Nations Development Program, Human Development Report, and GEE is coming World Bank, World Development Indicators, and IDI is coming from International Telecommunication Union. And in this study, educational attainment was categorized using the International Standard Classification of Education, ISCED, ranging from 1 to 5. And, you know, ISCED stands for the International Standard Classification of Education, developed by UNESCO to provide a framework. And we used large-scale international data from PIAAC Cycle 2, including approximately 135,000 adults from 25 countries, and the participants are aged 16 to 65 across gender groups and various educational levels. And the data collected with these instruments from the PIAAC cycle 2. And SES was measured through background questionnaire, BQ, and this is done by using a short version of Big 5 domains. And APS was measured via cognitive module of the survey of adult skills. Yeah, now that I have explained the instruments, let me move on to how we analyze the data. For the analysis, we used multi-level regression to examine both individual and country-level predictors of APS. We used Mplus to handle sample weights and plausible values. And now I want to present the main findings of the study, starting with the overall results, followed by gender-specific analysis, and finally, education levels. And now I want to show you descriptive statistics for the countries, because this study is cross-cultural study. But I'm unhappy for the Turkey is not here. And this table presents the descriptive statistics by country. We see the sample sizes ranging from around 3,000 to over 11,000 participants. And the column PWAPs shows the mean plausible values for adaptive problem solving across countries. For instance, Finland has one of the highest average, and the Chile shows one of the lowest. And the Big 5 SES dimensions were included in the table, and the HDI and IDI and GEE, we can see that. And overall results. Sorry. First, the ICC is, you can see, 0.096, and this means that about 10% of the variance in APS is explained by the country level, and we can see individual and country level R-square. Individual level is 0.029, and country level is 0.613. And the country level variance explained much higher from the individual level. And we can see that the openness to experience is the strongest predictor for the APS. And then emotional stability is coming. And then we can see that agreeableness and conscientiousness is negatively related to APS. And at the country level, we can see that the strongest positive predictor is HDI and GEE, but IDI is not related to APS. And we can see the gender-based results. And also we can see ICC for female group and male group. For female group, the ICC a little bit higher than the male group, and we can see the explained variance for male and female. At the individual level, the male is a little bit higher than female, and at the country level, for female and male is the same approximately. And looking at the individual level, again, emotional stability is the most strong predictor for the female and male. And the openness to experience is also a predictor for the APS. And agreeableness for male is not related to APS for male. And conscientiousness is not also related to APS for males and females. And we can see that the country level predictors, HDI and GEE, are strongest predictors for both female and male. And we can see that educational level results. This is the ICC and R-square values by ISCAT levels, and we can see ICC it is changing from 0.08 to 0.16. And the individual level R square, ranging from 0.007 and 0.41. At the counter level, sorry, the most R square is explained in the sketch 3. And we can see that the results from ranging 1 to 5. Yes, you can see that the agreeableness is not related to for all educational level with the APS adaptive problem solving, and conscientiousness is not related for 2, 3, and 5 attainment level. And you can see that the emotional stability is the strongest predictor for all educational levels. And extraversion is related to, positively related to the low level attainment, and the extraversion is not related, is negatively related to in the 5 attainment. And openness to experience is also explained very well for the APS. And we can see that HDI explain from the 3 to 5 level, and GEE explain 2 level, 3 level, and 5 level. But again, IDI cannot explain APS results. And we can a little bit talk about a discussion. The overall analysis indicate that emotional stability and openness to experience are the strongest positive predictors of APS, and agreeableness and conscientiousness show constituted negative relationship. And at the counter level predictors, HDI, GEE strongly explain APS variance, but IDI is mostly non-significant. We can see that gender-based results discussion. Similar patterns across female and male groups with a little bit nuance differences, and emotional stability and openness to experience predict APS positively for both genders, a little bit slightly stronger for males. And agreeableness shows a stronger negative relationship for males. It's interesting. HDI and GE are equally influential across genders, highlighting shared structural benefits. And overall findings highlight the role of gender dynamics in SES while showing the common impact of counter-level resources. And overall, we can say that in the low-level attainment, emotional stability and openness to experience are strong positive predictors, and conscientiousness and agreeableness negative. And the middle level, emotional stability and openness to experience remain positive, conscientiousness constantly negative. And the highest level, at the counter level predictors changes, and HDI strong at ISCED 3 and 4, the middle level, strongest at the 2 and 5 levels. And this is my presentation. Thanks you for attention.